What our squad's job is to do is to ambush that patrol right here. When we take out that patrol, there's another much larger unit that is going to do a combined arms assault on the compound itself. Our job is simply to take out the enemy patrol and then vacate the area before the mortars inside the compound can target our position. Does that make sense?
Sounds good.
Yep.
All right. So the elements that I need to see in this ambush are stealth. We want to be fully concealed. We want to be very quick in the setup. We want to have an RP set that we can break contact to. We want a time of engagement. How long are we going to engage this patrol before we peel away? And last but not least, fields of fire and all that good stuff from our standard ambush techniques. The good thing about this ambush site, as you can all see, is that the ambush site itself, it has defilé behind it, so it's easy to peel away from. That's what we really want in an ambush site. Now, what's the downsides of this ambush site, based on where the patrol's coming from? Anybody?
They have defilades on the side.
A lot of cover.
Yeah. First, I heard cover. There's a lot of cover where the enemy is. Lots of trees in the way, lots of rocks. And that's true. No ambush site's going to be perfect. In an ideal circumstance, we would want to remove obstacles from ambush zone, but that leaves traces. If the enemy feels secure, they're going to be more likely to move into a certain area than the open, right? If they feel like they're fairly secure behind trees and where there's some limited cover on the backside of it, they'll be more likely to actually take the bait and go into that kind of area, right? So a lot of times where we do our ambushes are not always going to be perfect. Another thing is we don't have infilating fire, like perfect infilating fire on that position, do we? Right?
Yeah, right.
If we want to use this hill and we want to use like both sides of this hill and the defilé, we're going to have to be up here on it, and that means it's going to be not infilated to the road. So therefore, yes, it's an L-shaped ambush, but it's not a perfect L-shape. But that happens sometimes, so you just have to deal with it, and it can still be effective, and we'll see why here in a minute. Some of you guys remember this. Most of you guys probably do, and the new people do not, because we ambushed second squad from this position, did we not? And it was glorious, because we lost one person, I think. Well, one person got shot. He didn't die.
It was Hobbs.
And the second,
Yeah, it was Hobbs. It's always Hobbs. No.
I just remember Fox's glorious airburst that just literally threw them completely off.
Yes, it was terrifying, and all the grenades exploding. They suffered 90% casualty. We suffered one person got injured. And the thing to remember about that is, how long did the ambush last, guys?
Maybe
About
10
20
seconds.
seconds, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's
10,
20, 30 seconds, and it's totally destroyed them. What the issue that they had, and it's not, I'm not bashing Second Squad. I'm not. They picked a really great ambush site, and they were told to push when they probably shouldn't have. So it's not their fault at all. What I'm saying is that with where Second Squad, their ambush site was chosen for them. That's another issue, you know. But they pushed when they probably should have pulled back. See, we had suffered 80% casualties, right? We were not really combat effective anymore. Every person in our squad was injured to the point of not being combat effective or dead. And they pushed the attack, and then we turned around and gave them 80% casualties because they came across an open ground. So sometimes it's absolutely necessary to completely destroy an element. In this case, we're trying to make that patrol no longer combat effective. So have a time of engagement, make them not combat effective, and then peel away. All right. The overall plan for the operation is if you guys are not successful in taking out the patrol enough to make them completely combat ineffective, then the assault on the compound is going to be basically canceled and moved to a different time and changed in its in how they're going to do it in the operation. So it's we're mission critical is to take out this platoon. It's not really, it's platoon size, I guess, because it's like 2 to maybe 3 squads that are kind of patrolling around. So make sure you guys make it count. All right, any questions, comments, concerns before we I let it go and you guys plan it and execute it?
Enemy. What type of enemy we got? Is it just literally a man patrol, or is it vehicles, or is it
Yeah,
heavy armor?
it's a walking patrol supported by light vehicles like technical.
Lovely.
You can expect 2 to 3 squads, usually 2, 1 to 0 technicals, max 2 technicals. All right, makes sense. Your total time till initiating ambush, as soon as Barone initiates the first order, you guys will have like 8 minutes to set up the ambush and get into position. So use your time wisely. Get your explosives set. We'll pretend what happened is that the enemy, you guys have been sitting up here. The enemy has you've been concealed. They've passed your location on their go around, and now you have 8 minutes until they get back around. All right.
Okay.
We're gonna pretend that today they were very lazy and they're not looking from the compound, so you guys can creep up if you're careful freely to get to the road and stuff without fear of being spotted from the actual compound. All right. There's a different unit watching that as well, and they will tell you if there's enemies who can see you from the compound. All right.
Okay.
All right. When Barone initiates first order, it's going to be begin exercise. It'll be end exercise when I call index. Go ahead.
Okay, guys, very well. So, first things first, I want explosive sets on the roads, on the sides of the roads. They are going to be our initiation of fire. I want them to be set around that light pole that you can see. The where we are going to initiate fire is more or less around there. So when they are around that pole, we are going to set up the explosives, and then we start to open up. Then, so one fire team, I will say Bravo, is going to the eastern side and prepare to attack from the side. Alpha is going to stay here and is going to attack from the front. Remember, guys, concealments until we see that explosive touch off. When that happens, I want the most to fire airburst inside the squads. 40 mics flying at them, and the MGs to suppress them, so they stay suppressed. Okay, that's it. Let's start the setup because we already lost 1 minute.
Okay.
About Ashford.
How long are we engaging for, and are we pulling back?
Alright, 8 minutes start now, since guys are moving out.
Okay, so we are engaging.
Schwartz, go
for,
ahead, set up
I
the
will
explosives.
say,
I'll be with you in a moment.
30 second and max. If we deal
Ashford,
enough
can you
damage,
put
we
up
can
a
go
trench right here?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Lovely. Okay.
Bate?
Yeah, guys, still try to be
Can you
as
put up
sneaky as
some
possible
trenches
while
right
setting
here,
up the
so
explosives.
we can have a
There's
view
still
on
an enemy
the street.
compound right there, pretty close.
Put it right where Ashford.
Do you have a vector on you? Abate?
I do. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Trench going up. Ashford, mate, do you want to take 2 steps back? That's alright.
FTLs, remember to pre-range your MOS and grenade launchers and MGs.
Schwartz. Go ahead, set up a claymore right on this telephone pole. Facing the street.
It's not giving me the option to scroll to the claim.
Go ahead. Look, crouch. Press Control Windows, and go to your explosives left below, and then you have place. There you can place your claymore.
Gotcha. Where do you want it at?
Go ahead. That telephone pole. Aim it. That telephone pole. Aim it towards the upside of the street. Get one on the same side, on the same line, about on the other side. Schwartz? To set it up to your
Got bombs down,
clacker,
we're moving into position.
you need to
Say
look
again?
at. If you want to set it up to a clacker, you need to look at it. Press Windows and. Have you put something down here, or haven't you? I just placed a claymore here. If you want to link it to the clacker, you need to Windows interact with it, and then you can link it to the RAM or the clacker. Don't use a timer.
It's not letting me link this one to the RAM.
That's weird.
We got one place down though, but it's letting me link that one.
Won't let me use it either. Can't even defuse it.
Oh, nope, nope, nope. Don't confuse it. Go. Let it go. They've placed one right next to it. That's
Okay.
mine and theirs. Look behind it. Okay, I've
Okay,
got two
sure.
placed.
Have one next to this rock here.
So guys, when you're picking a position to ambush from, you want to make sure that you're not spotted until the enemy is in the kill zone, right? So someone in Alpha might spot for you guys, and y'all can kind of stay hidden or something like that. Get spotted with that from the other, and y'all can just stay left lane.
Okay. Let's
Okay,
move.
they're all three placed.
Definitely
How would I set them off?
Since you couldn't get it on the clacker, you can't. So you might
No,
need
I
to.
got them all on the clacker.
Say again?
They're all connected to the clacker.
If you can't Windows interact with it, you can't have it on the clacker then.
No, I did. I was able to win.
Then you do Windows interact. Go to your explosives, and then you have left on the left the firing device.
I got two trenches up, Fox. One here and one to our right.
Yep,
I don't know
thanks.
if these are alright. These good? Yeah?
Yeah, cool one.
Sweet. I've pre-raged airburst for 120 meters, and that will be firing directly online with the telegraph pole.
Yeah, fine.
Is that alright? Sweet. Oh, sweet. Let the mayhem begin. Do you want me reloading and firing again, or?
Yeah, go ahead, 2 rounds HE.
I'm
Alright.
set and ready.
Sweet.
120 meters?
Yes, 120, mate. From here, so that's exactly in line with the.
Okay,
telegraph pole.
for the ones that didn't get it, we are going to engage for maximum 30 seconds or enough until the enemy is combat ineffective. Then we are going to retreat down to the west, breaking contact with smokes.
Should be lost
Schwartz is disconnected.
We are spotted.
Sit back for now. Sit back for now, because you'll get spotted otherwise.
Okay, mate. Do you want me laying prone in the bush and I can spot?
I think... Braun, will Bravo
Yeah.
open up first?
Bravo is going to touch off the explosive when they reach that light pole. If they
If
don't, the explosive don't go off, that's still your initiation. Once they reach that light pole, that's your job to fire them.
If Okay, so Abate, Ashford, when you hear the explosives, pop up and blast off.
Sweet. Alright.
Your
Yeah.
back blast should be clear.
I will set up somewhere near Bravo so I can see more or less the light pole. If the explosive doesn't touch off, I
Yeah.
will send a message. on
The
radio.
RP set in southeast, good?
Yeah, we are going to retreat south, southeast.
Yeah, put an
Safe.
RP point on the map.
Yeah,
I will
Yes,
have
sir.
smoke ready.
generally that direction. Yeah, we are breaking contact when at least after
Yep.
maximum 30 seconds. I would call it if it before.
I'll set a timer for
Yeah, we should be live
25.
fire now.
Nice. You watch, Fox. I'll pop my head up. Boom. Ping straight through the head.
Just wait for the explosions.
Sweet. Is that heat or HEDP?
That's a heat.
Ooh, okay, you got the VIX.
Yeah.
Now playing the waiting game. Alright, turn my volume down. Still hear me?
Yeah.
Lovely. How's your weekend been, Fox, mate?
I want to say tiresome, but I didn't sleep for anything.
Oh, really? How come?
Just having too much on my mind, I guess.
Oh, mate. We all have moments like that. It's part of life, isn't it, really? It's just all about how you...
Yeah, but
get
it ain't
through
fun.
No, that's true. Hopefully things will start to turn back to normal, mate, and you'll be able to get out and about.
I don't think that's really the issue.
No? Ah, we'll catch up a bit later, mate.
Enemy AI firing at other AI.
Oh, I gotta love it. I watched your perspective on Warfare Wednesday, by the way, mate.
There was nothing to it.
Mate, phew, it wasn't electric, shall we say. But it's funny how like gung-ho and risky Cobble quite, you know.
Oh man. Always running in the open.
Yes, mate. No regard.
I was really annoyed by that. The enemy shouldn't be able to push forward. I got Apers down.
Oh, lovely. Aren't you nice? Should hopefully save us all.
Well, rip any civilians afterwards.
Just popping out love to grab the paper. I'll be back in an hour. Damn, I forgot the milk.
Honestly, not seeing any movement so far.
Cool beans.
There they are.
Sweet. Rough location.
Right on the outside wall
Sweet.
of
Okay.
the base. About 400 meters forward.
Okay. Switching to Whisper.
Two squads of infantry, roughly. Should be around 200 meters right now.
200 meters, Ashford.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Clear that blast.
Go ahead. That's a flying technical.
There's a flying technical actually.
Technical's not down.
Look at that. Do you want me to take it out?
Go ahead.
Clear that blast. Too late.
Back blast is clear.
Another one coming down. I can't do that. I haven't really got good eyes. I'll wait till it gets a bit better. Clear that blast.
My blast clear.
Clear.
Bravo portion's off.
Alright, I'll fire it off and then we'll run away.
Break off.
Clear that blast. Breaking off.
Shoot and break.
Ashford. Yeah. Go mate, because I'll fire. Firing. Break it. What is that?
Bravo to Alpha, we're covering your retreat.
Alpha moving.
Got your Fox. Okay, pull back, mate.
Go ahead, move.
Moving.
Keeping the deflay on the right.
Definitely right. Nice shot.
Alpha has reached point RP.
Thanks.
As soon as Alpha makes it
Lovely. Sweet. I got west.
Go ahead, move north. Group up with the rest.
Okay.
that'll be indexed once they make it to us.
I was in a valley, but I still had good line of sight.
Nice.
You're so cool.
Yeah. Thank God we moved.
That was my simulation of the enemy sending mortars to try and break the ambush up. As you can tell, we were not there for that. So, okay. So, how do you guys think that went?
Terrible.
Is Fox hit? How'd you get hit?
Maybe some shrapnel. Don't know.
Oh, okay, like from that, what I just did.
Oh.
Well, that don't count. All right. So 0 casualties, huh?
Looks like.
Okay, so we didn't take any casualties. How many casualties do you think you inflicted on that platoon-sized enemy force with 8 guys?
20.
Yeah, you took out 2 full infantry squads, a technical, and the only thing that was left was one vehicle with about 3 or 4 heavily wounded infantry inside of it. So I would say that you achieved your objective, and with minimal casualties. So that's what we want to see. The next ambush, we're going to make it harder on you. You don't. It's going to be as if you're doing a hasty ambush. You don't have access to rockets or explosives. You have only guns and hand grenades and things like that. Sound fun?
Sweet.
Okay.
Okay.
I like a challenge.
All right, the next ambush site is going to be at a bridge, and we're going to TP back to base, and I'm just going to TP all, so stand by.
Stand by.
If there's anything like last time, I think I got shot in the back. I think it was me and Baroni were huddling behind a rock, and then we got...
All right. Good job, everybody. Swartz, did your game crash or something? What happened?
Yeah, it crashed.
That's no bueno.
It's alright though. I was
quick note.
I was
Yeah, what's
there
up,
to
Bruno?
hear everything that you guys did though. So
Right. So the thing with airburst most is that, or one thing I realized right now, is that if you don't initiate with the airburst, you shouldn't airburst because you have multiple threats that are coming along, and they may vary in threat level. Meaning, like for instance, for this ambush, I shot at a pre-planned position because I had the range zeroed in, but I did see, like in the end of my scope, that a vehicle was moving that I didn't see earlier. So yeah.
I had a slightly similar problem. I shifted left from where I originally ranged to. It wasn't the end of the world because obviously the blast radius, but I shifted slightly behind the road, but it still was enough for the blast radius to take out the squad. But I know what you, I know what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like the airburst should be used to initiate, or when you have the element of surprise, because otherwise it's impossible to pre-plan where the enemy is gonna run to.
Maybe leave them some snacks on the ground for them to pick up or something.
Oh yeah.
Wolfman, so no rockets and no explosives, right?
Yeah, all you have is basic infantry gear, so you're allowed to have, let me see, you're allowed to have one AT-4.
Bye-bye, my sweet. Bye-bye.
Sorry. Abate has it, because obvious reasons. He's bowing to us. Alright, anyways, you get one AT-4, you get hand grenades, you get smoke grenades, and regular ammunition and stuff like that. That's it.
I'll grab some more smoke.
Okay, Alpha, rearm.
Your setup time for the ambush is going to be hasty level, so you're going to get information about a moving convoy.
Heat Fox or HEDP?
And
dual
you're
purpose
going
or-
to
Go ahead,
have,
take heat. HEDP.
You're going to have
Okay,
2 minutes to set up for it.
Bravo, when you're ready on me.
Generous for a hasty ambush. Most of the time it's less
What's
than
happened
that.
to me? Whoa. Why am I doing this? Whoa.
Yeah.
What's going
I
on?
hear the vehicle. I am now ambushing the vehicle.
Fox, was I coming through on the radio for you?
Not all that much.
Let's remember, guys, that most of our ambushes are literally one-man ambushes. Sometimes, you know, you got that B&P coming over the hill. You just peek up over with an AT-4, and I guess that's an ambush, because you're waiting for it to come to you. But
Alpha, when ready, line up.
I was trying to get you to like give me like a little contact report before we hit something, so I knew it was coming, but no response.
No, I haven't heard any of that.
Me neither, dude.
Yeah. I was trying to contact both of you.
all right, you guys got your kit. We're gonna go blow some more stuff up, shoot more people.
Sweet.
Everybody good?
Destruction again.
No, sword.
That's some nice columns you got there. It'd be a shame if something were to.
Oh no.
Stop. It's a bot his fault. Freaking Rocket Man.
Okay, let's. I teleported us too close, so come back here.
Is this the Terabithia one or the one over the River Kwai?
This is the bridge too far.
All right, Barone, you're still squad lead.
Okay.
Oh, yes, please don't. Remember social distancing.
Oh, it's
mate,
gonna
we've
be
got a
hard.
queue.
Come on up here. Keep coming.
Rusha.
Keep coming. All right, go ahead and Barone and form up. We're gonna start moving down the road northwest from here.
We're moving, form up, guys. We're moving northwest.
Walking pace.
Walking pace.
Move northwest, walking pace. Do a stagger column or something.
Oh, hasty ambush. Okay.
Oh, hold on. Let's set up first. Let's go 1 Bravo right, Alpha left.
Alpha left, lovely.
And perform a break contact after the hasty ambush.
Right behind you, Fox.
Would you do that, Perun? Break contact after the hasty ambush. Do a bounding withdrawal with smoke or something.
Okay,
Set
so
Fox.
react to ambush and then break it, or just break it? Okay, I guess. Okay, let's move up. Walking pace, movement
Alpha
set.
moving.
Alpha mid.
Move it.
Let's try to keep some spacing between Alpha and Bravo. Let's get like some meters of difference.
6 feet
Last
minimum.
man in Bravo and the first man in Alpha.
Viking 1, Viking 6, urgent message.
6 and 4-1.
6-1, 1-6, you have an enemy convoy headed your way. Set up hasty ambush on the bridge ahead, over.
6-1, copy.
They'll be crossing that bridge in about 2 minutes from our clock, over.
Shit.
Okay, solid copy.
That's a bit death light behind us here.
I got a ditch on the right. Bravo set up right in the ditch. Keep it spread.
Alpha set up left on the wall and the rocks.
I want both.
Want both fire teams to be fair enough to be able to throw frag grenades, but not so close enough that they can just right after charge into you.
Ranging for 50.
Okay, Bravo, let's back it up in that tree line.
Remember, concealment before initiating ambush is priority.
Yeah, shit.
We're going to let them on the
Ashford.
breach. Once they start to cross the breach, we are going to initiate.
Abate, when you shoot that thing, pull back.
We're going to initiate the
Ashford,
ambush once they
go ahead, come with me.
the first elements cross the breach. Frag grenades. Any vehicle is there. AT is going to take it out. We are going to inflict casualties and then retreat.
Where are we retreating to? Get on this
Sound off
corner
when
for
you
now.
are set.
When the explosives hit, when the shooting starts, we turn
Bravo,
around this
set.
corner.
Yeah, okay.
Alpha set. I hate not having an MG. Abate, we're all the way to your southwest.
Somebody got eyes on that lead Vic, just so I got an idea of what I'm up against.
Once the first vehicle, first personnel is on the other side of the breach, let's initiate the ambush.
Confirm south side of bridge, initiate ambush, over.
Once we stop them from moving on, we are going to break contact, okay? That means 10-15 second maximum of ambush.
Eyes on gas truck. Entering the breach now. Pop up. Suppressive fire across the
Second
bridge.
vehicle approaching. It halted.
Reloading. Yep. I hear you.
Both fire teams break contact move southeast to RP marked on map.
Bravo moving.
Alpha moving. Head straight for these bushes.
Also, this is Bravo requesting you cover our crossing on that road.
Take a left here. Alpha moving in position to cover.
Ah, it's coming on the long range, mate.
Alpha, you there?
Alpha in position to cover. Go ahead and take position here.
Alright, mate, I think that might have been on the long range. Do you want some suppressing fire on that bridge, or?
Nothing seen on the bridge so far, so.
Bravo on site.
Alpha moving. Set back.
On you, mate.
Bravo falling in.
I'll have the corner.
Viking 1, Viking 6, message over.
641, send message.
Alpha cover on this corner.
1-6, change of plans. We need you to control that bridge, push up and assault that bridge location and hold it from enemy forces at this time, over.
6-1, copy that. We are pushing to control bridge. Okay, so fire team bounding up that bridge. We are going to set on this side of the river, see if we pick everything we can, and then move to the other side if needed.
If I'm good copy. Bravo.
Bravo copy.
Am I still sending long range? Yeah. Shit.
Team Fox. I
Yeah, I
can
know.
hear you on short range.
Everyone was moving out.
You see anything else?
Alpha cover from the
I don't
road.
see anything yet.
Okay.
Bravo removed.
If anything approach, Bravo move up and set up for Alpha to bound.
Short range 5-1.
5-1.
Bravo copy, moving up.
Let's take that bridge.
Okay, Ashford break left. Pushing up.
Go for it. Tell us what you set on that next bit and I'll move.
Alpha pushing up.
Alpha Bravo is not set yet.
Bate take a corner of his building.
Bravo
Ashford,
set.
forward corner.
Bravo set, Alpha push up.
Right behind you.
Yeah, on me. We're pushing left, we're crossing the open.
Okay.
Larry, suppress over the bridge.
Alpha crossing the open.
Double timing it.
Bravo's gonna smoke the south side of that bridge.
Taking fire in the left.
Yeah, I'm hit. Tourniquet my leg quickly.
All these different smokes.
I'm good. This one gets done.
Bate
Okay,
take
heal
this
up,
corner.
Take this corner, copy.
Hey,
Bravo,
Alpha,
floor out north.
try
with me.
to cross the river if you can.
Yeah, we'll do. Crossing.
Let us know when you set up on me.
Bravo give security to Alpha while they cross the river. Set up on this side of the river if you can.
Target, we do not have position to cover at this moment. Give us time.
Okay, Alpha standby for Bravo.
Hey, got one guy.
One guy left side in the river.
Yeah.
Bate, can you push up next corner? Stay on
Bravo
this
set
position.
up ready.
Hang on, let me just sort myself out.
Go ahead.
Fucking black leaders even.
Taking contact northwest.
Advise Alpha.
Hey, I'm yellow.
Fox, this is not
Yeah.
a good spot to cross the.
Yeah, I know, I got eyes.
It's great.
Let's try on the other side of the road. This is too much.
Alpha, this is Bravo. Be advised, we have lost your cover. We are in a defensive position. Viking 1, Viking 6, you need to maneuver to actually prevent people from crossing the bridge itself. Over.
6-1, copy. Alpha, let's move on the northeastern side of the road. Bravo, let's cover the bridge. Let's
Ashford.
set up for Alpha to cross to the other side.
Ashford, cross to
Bravo,
me.
we are combat ineffective. We have 1 red casualty, 1 black.
Go ahead,
one
push
red
up to
mark.
Bravo.
Copy that, Bravo.
Go ahead and push up to Bravo. Reinforce them.
I'm just gonna fight like that.
Bate, you got eyes on something?
Sorry, I've got eyes on nothing.
I like broken. I don't have anything to live with.
I'm,
Go ahead and-
about to pass.
Go ahead and patch yourself up. In cover.
I don't think I've got anything to live with.
Okay. Get over here. Oh, you got Zeus healed. Okay.
Oh.
Alpha crossing in the open.
Right behind
2
you.
strong, green, combat effective. We're covering you on the northwest side.
Take up positions in these rocks.
These
Northwest.
rocks, copy.
Okay, Bravo, suppress to the other side of the breach. Alpha, try to manage to cross around to cross the river.
If I'm good copy.
You pop your smoke grenades on the northwest side of that bridge.
We'll leap over one by one. Bate, you go first.
Copy that. Running over. This is going to be fun. Wish me luck. Move it.
Asher. Move up.
About to set.
Push a little
Flagging
bit
again.
north.
Flagging again. Frag out.
Alpha, this is Bravo. We are black on 40mm smoke at HE. Over.
Repeat message, Bravo.
I'm still on you.
Alpha, this is
western
Bravo
there.
reporting. We
Get
are
online.
black on 40mm smoke and high explosive. Over.
Okay, copy that.
Pushing over the ridge.
Rifles.
Likewise. Right behind the ridge.
I'm hit.
No eyes.
Lots of them.
Bravo, shift your fire to the most west-northwest.
Frag out.
Hit bad.
Alpha, be advised. Bravo is engaging on the western bank of that bridge.
I think there's. Oh, I can see they are that.
Yeah, I know, but I can't aim. I'm all woozy. Bate, take over. I need to patch up. Bate, you up?
Nobody's down. to keep it up.
Stable for now.
I'm back.
Bravo send prep.
Ah, shit. Back up.
Bravo's got 1 yellow, 1 green. We are yellow ammo both.
That is not a secret, but okay, fair enough.
Okay, Bravo, copy.
I literally poked my head up for 2 seconds and I got shot.
Okay, Alpha, let's push to those houses. We are getting stuck. And
Yeah.
this thing is not turning out so well. So let's make fast.
Where are we pushing to? The building.
Yeah, building forwards, but
I'll pop smoke
That's
in front of us.
Ashford, you up?
Smoke out.
Pardon?
Okay.
Smoke's out. Smoke's out.
We're moving towards the building. Push
Yeah.
up.
Alpha, this is Bravo, reported.
Bravo is Alpha, go ahead.
What's your situation? Are you crossing that bridge and taking it?
Clear.
Already crossed the bridge. We're on the right side of the bridge. Crossed it.
Yours right in front of us.
Yeah, it's empty.
Copy that. Are we clear to push past and take the left side of the bridge?
Go ahead and push up, we're covering you.
Yeah, let's set up facing northwest.
Contact straight west, 1 times infantry. Reloading. Ashford's down.
Dio, this is North. I'm right behind. The Bravo's flaring left. We have crossed the bridge coming up. Reference white
Ashford's
building, single story, east of barn, over.
Did you just bleed out or?
I think I just bled out, yeah.
Okay.
Loading again. What are these guys made of?
Reloading HE.
Okay, Bravo made it across.
Loading.
Behind the brown hangar, 2 times infantry. 2 times infantry behind the brown hangar.
Negative, that is friendly, moving up, over.
Server gun? Okay, it isn't.
I'll request you push yourself up.
There's a nice rock out here and another building I can move to.
Yeah, get new magazine, we're pushing up.
Alright, let me know when we can pop the door.
Go ahead.
Set. Open door. Go in. I can call it. Friendly's southwest.
Pushing around right side. Taking contact north. Alpha taking contact north.
This is Bravo, I got audible read on a vehicle eastbound. Vehicle on the road, vehicle on the road. Alpha, start to set up your defenses to the northwest, covering northwest.
Bate, where are you?
Breaking the window.
Bravo.
Clear that brown
In the building.
granary, it is brown.
Okay,
Then set up to the north,
stand back, Ashford.
covering
Stand
more
back.
to the western side.
There you go.
I'm getting the hang of the
Alpha, roger
40
that.
mic
Be advised, we're pushed up a little bit further than you are westbound. We're in the barn on the northwest side. covering
Right,
northwest.
pushing out to you, Fox.
You're taking fire from them straight north. We can't push up.
That's northwest somewhere.
I think
Straight
they are behind
north.
those houses.
Straight north.
Reloading. Taking fire from the
Reloading.
northwest as well.
That's close. Literally within 50 meters northwest. Yeah, you got him.
Taking fire.
Northwest.
Ashford. Ashford, with me. About to
Yeah.
keep from cover for now.
Yeah, contact north.
Moving up to that position.
Alpha, be advised,
Building.
Bravo has visual on multiple football miles northeast of that brick building, direct west of your position.
Reloading.
Bravo continues to the northwest. Alpha, clear this brick house and let's turn to units.
Building is clear. Ashford's down. Fuck yes.
Yeah, I got him. Big head wound. Bandage him. Ashford, mate. Just stay still. Keep cover. Don't move. Just keep cover. Bandage him. Head with you. You have a nice big chunk of your head missing right now, my friend. Ronnie, you still there, mate?
Yeah, I'm still here. Honestly,
Ashford's here again. Shit me, that's close. Yeah, thoroughly north.
no suppressing.
Contact down. Right, back to Ashford. Shit. I'm gonna smoke that northeastern corner, bud. Smoke out.
Alpha, we have enemy infantry close to the northeast in,
No.
in the ditch.
No.
Fuck. Fox, you still up?
Frag out. Frag out.
Ashford is steady.
Bravo's got 1 yellow, 2 green. We're at the shed just west of the barn. We're
I'm gonna try and pull.
Bravo, can you engage those target north? Alpha is quite damaged right now.
I think we've lost Fox.
Alpha Bravo's fixing up, and we're gonna take that east-west MSR and cover you right. Over. Wait, no, 2 minutes.
So join Fox here.
Okay, alright, mate. I'll cover.
Come on, Fox. You back to about it.
Bravo suppress to the northeast. That's where most of the contact is coming from right now.
Coming up.
Copy, go for it. Covering. I got northeast. No, you're just being lazy, Ashford. That's all good, mate. You got a massive head wound, so.
Because no one is gonna get you there, Fox.
You got him, mate.
Yeah, I got him. And
Sweet,
he's mad at me.
I got an unconscious Ashford here, mate, but he's steady.
Yeah, I got an unconscious Fox, so... Oh.
Alpha Bravo, we're unable to cover your position. We are hit pretty badly here.
Alright, mate. I'll drag Ashford back. You concentrate on leading, mate. I'll take care of Fox.
Okay, trying to get what we can do.
I'll bring him
Okay,
back.
you know what we can do? Is about him. You move
Bring them
back to towards the breach, more or less where we came.
Okay, mate.
Set up trenches, and we are going to bound back those trenches that have a more
Okay.
established and defendable position. Okay?
Who's the priority?
Fox should be stable too.
Okay, I'll grab Ashford. Alright, grab them, mate,
Okay,
and I'll come back.
Bravo, break contact, move back into the barn and step security front there. We're going to move back to almost to the breach, set up trenches, and then try to engage from a more established position.
How far back, Brony? How far back? The other side of the bridge, or?
On the other side. Try
Other
to
side?
make it on the near the house.
Near the house. Okay. This one here. Yeah, I'll put them inside this building.
Repeat message, Bravo.
Yeah, mate, we picked a nice building. Nice, you're back.
I'm back up.
This one here.
So, whoa.
Ooh, hello.
Are we pulling back or what are we doing?
We are pulling back because they're pushing us too bad, and it appears this is not a good position because Bravo is not being able to cover us. We're pulling back to the house we were before, and setting up trenches and secure the bridge basically, mainly.
Well,
Ash,
push
what's
back.
that building behind us?
Bate's down. And that was my last smoke.
I'm back up again. I think that
Okay,
was some
Alpha,
Zeus
when you're
intervention.
set, we are
Pull
going
back
to
through
move back Bravo.
through the building.
Yeah, you're doing good, Brun. But keep in mind, where your Bravo team is moved, you're not able to cover each other at all. They're stuck across the street, right? And you're where you can't cover them.
Towers
So
clear.
if you pull back, you're not going to be able to cover them. So where can
Bate.
you move? The big question is where can
Yep,
you move?
just
to
taking on
cover
someone up
those
north,
things?
mate. Maybe a little bit very dead.
If coming in.
Coming in, mate. Cover it.
6, this is Al. I'm glitched.
Might still some. Ah, shit. Brony, mate, you're alright. Fucking hell.
Yeah, you take
Contact
fire.
northwest. Fuck. Whoa, yeah, northwest.
Got no eyes. Left of blue smoke?
6 is the deal. I'm stuck carrying Derry, even though she died. I'm in the animation.
Taking fire from the north.
Bloody
No
hell.
eyes. Closing his door.
Yeah, someone right 50 meters in front of you guys.
So let's pull back to where those guys are. We'll cross the street and then come up behind where.
See anything your side, Fox?
Over there. Right?
Negative. I'm just taking fire, but then can't see him.
Right.
Roger. Let's go.
Covering, guys.
Hey, Bravo, hold for as long as possible. We are moving with Alpha to cover your retreat.
Okay, Alpha, we are crossing to the other side of the road. Set up there and basically provide Bravo security.
Cover
Okay.
that. I might just grab some smokes off of Ashford.
I'm gonna grab some mags.
Do you want some 40 mics? There's loads in his vest.
That's weird.
Where's the spawners at in Zeus?
I have no idea.
Blue 4 spawner.
Right,
I don't know where it
pushing
is.
back past the bridge, mate. We're pushing
Yeah,
the
we're
other side.
pushing
yeah.
across the
There
bridge
it
and
is.
cover Bravo to basically come back here.
Okay, mate. Do you want some smoke? Or?
I have no.
Let's
I've got some.
let's use the danger crossing.
All I have
Alright,
is red
mate.
smoke.
Pegging it. Pegging it now.
Pushing out.
There. Now Derry can respawn.
Set.
Pushing through the building.
Go for it, mate. I'm covering you, bud.
Hey, Bravo, Alpha is now in position to cover your retreat. Move southeast from when you cross the river, basically.
Harveys will come over now.
Okay, Alpha. If anything moves in that direction, I want it dead. Okay.
Okay.
Good copy.
I think it's fairly simple here.
I feel like doing a Keenan and grabbing a Dushka and just going nuts.
you know about when I made you pull back. Fox throw smokes, and a guy popped out of the smoke.
Oh god.
I panicked, pushed
Ah!
and then I said, "Fuck it, I'm fragging it over the smoke."
Amazing.
Ooh, never mind. All right, we're index.
We did it.
Yes. Okay, so you guys, I just let y'all have a shoot 'em up time, to practice some maneuvering and playing as well. But you guys did a great job of hitting that initial ambush and then pulling back off of it. We've run way over time, so let's go ahead and do a quick AR. All right, we'll just do it in the shack tack. So we'll start with Swartz.
Can we get a Zeus heal on Schwartz?
Yeah, I'll do it for everybody. Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty fun. I didn't get to participate with the 2 ambushes, but I heard everything that was going on. So, and I watched it on the map a little bit. So I mean, it was really good.
Do you have connection issues, or is it just your computer
Yeah,
crashes a lot?
I'm at work right now, so my work internet kind of sucks.
Oh no.
It's just how it is on these training servers for some reason. The training servers I tend to get kicked off of a lot. On TAC 2, I tend to stay pretty normal.
All right. All right. Okay. Derry?
I really enjoyed SP. I felt like it was a good reminder of what I already knew from previous occasions in my own life. So it was just a good reminder.
Yeah, and you got the shoot stuff, yeah?
Yeah, and that too.
Yep.
Yeah, that was good. There was a bit of issues with the radio. I don't know if that was Wolfman's doing. But yeah, I was trying to contact Alpha and 6 or Actual sometimes, and it wasn't going through, even though we were like 100 meters apart.
I don't know what it is. Acre 2 is kind of screwy. That's true. Alright, Ashford?
Yeah, it was good learning, when to, how to know when to start an ambush and all that, so, yeah.
Alright, awesome. Fox?
Yeah, it was fun. Quite tough to getting back to FTLing, I guess. I need to
you
keep
did
track of my squad.
You were doing a bang-up job. Bang-up job. Same with Dio. Really good job today. There's a couple of, obviously every time we start to initiate combat, we're going to make mistakes, and there were several mistakes that I saw, and I'll talk about that. But mostly it's think about how many, considering the level of casualties you guys took versus the level of casualties you inflicted on the enemy, considering the disadvantaged position that I gave you, I think it went better than expected. I expected a squad wipe, to be honest. So, and I did heal you guys a few times, but I think it went really well. Got anything else for me, Fox?
Not really.
All right. Rodolph?
Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed watching Derry do her Rambo move with Saw. Just standing out in the open and just firing. That was fun.
She killed a few people doing that, believe it or not.
I mean, it was by far the best position because you could see more things. But yeah, no, I realize Acre is kind of screwy, but at some point we sort of need to start adapting to it, because I mean it's following a set of parameters that we are not taking into account anymore. We're still just running around with our radios, thinking they'll work regardless of where we are. I also don't know the effect of bending your antennas, because I do see you can do that. So maybe that's the thing we should try doing. Other than that, yeah, good ambushes. We blew up a lot of stuff. I learned some lessons about the mouse, and yeah, fun times.
Definitely. About bending the radio antenna, I've used that a few times, and on occasion it does work. I have no clue what it does, But if somebody could tell me or do some research on that, that'd be nice.
Bend antenna upwards. I mean, surely it's pointing upwards already when it's straight.
Rodal logic. Awesome. All right, yeah, Baron.
Yeah, I will say that on the ambushes, you guys did a great job. And the second ambushes, the moment that we had to push across, you there did also an extremely good job, considering that we were, as Wolfman said, in a very bad disadvantage at that point because we had lower number than the enemies, and at that point the enemy knew that we were somewhere around there, so they were ready to fire at us. But we managed to pull through the river and actually secure this breach, even if we get some casualties. But risk against rewards, I will say that in the end it worked out quite well. But yeah, solid job.
Yeah, the risk versus reward at the end, that last portion was out the window because that was an order of like, we need you to hold this bridge, doesn't matter the cost kind of order. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was expecting a squad wipe, so I think you guys did really well. Abate?
Yeah, no, I kind of agree with what everything's been said so far, really. I mean, it's a nice comparison between a prepared ambush and a hasty ambush, and showing the different ways of setting it up. So, sort of the hasty ambush is very ad hoc, so it's up to kind of you to, be, I don't know, common sense to figure out what's the best cover. Obviously, hiding behind a bush isn't really that good. Moving between buildings, covering each other, blah blah blah. It's nice. It's good to see the comparison and how they're so different and the effectiveness of them all. But I thoroughly enjoyed that. That was good fun. Good leadership all around. It's all very clear, very nice, good movement. Yeah, blowing stuff up, shooting things. It's nice. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. And there was a few times as you did kind of reach in and give us a special touch and we come back up. But Ashford, apologies. I couldn't save your massive head wound. I think you had about 3 large revulsions in your head. So, yeah, but apart from that, good work. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yep. Well, guys, I think I hope you guys all had fun today and enjoyed our little SP going over some basic ambush techniques. Again, making things smooth and making maneuvers smooth is all about repetition, again, like we talked about. So anytime that we can get on and play games, of course, this goes for me as well, since I'm not always there for the operation stuff. I'm going to try my best to start attending more of those. As some of you guys know, sometimes I'll start like, yeah, we're going to do this operation, and then platoon staff grabs me and says, well, we need you to do this. So that happens sometimes to me, but it's just because I'm not there doesn't mean that you guys can't be there. But nevertheless, I'm going to attempt to be there more often. I get it, Rodal. I get it. Okay. But anyways, thank you all for coming to SP today. I'm not going to waste any more time. Yeah, Abate, you got something?
Literally real quick, all it is, you're just saying about all of us playing together. There's obviously Warfare Wednesdays that I usually attend religiously, along with a band of merry men. It's always a good laugh to get us all together. But there is also MCC Mondays. That is now officially a non-rewarded op, but it is going to be every Monday. They're hitting that hard, so it'd be brilliant if we could get a full squad for that and, show everyone what we do best.
Is there a sign-up thing? Like, I see it.
There is, yeah. So it's back in operation.
You guys start that stuff, and I'm always at work, like for an hour of it being started. I'm like,
well, to be honest with you, MCC Mondays like the casual sister of Warfare Wednesday. So it says it starts at 9 o'clock Zulu, but it really doesn't start until 10 o'clock Zulu, personally. So, yeah, just jump in when you can, mate. I mean, we're always, always good fun, and it's always good playing with you guys. Always seem to do the best when we're all together. So.
Yeah, I think it's like it's 2100, right? Is the official start time? Yeah,
it's right on server restart. So,
all right. Well, with that, I know we've run a little bit over, so I'm going to go say if you guys want to take off and leave, you're dismissed. Thank you for coming to SP. Sorry if I took up too much of your time today. However, I'm going to attempt, and that word of attempt, to go on to Tag 2 after this and play some games if anybody wants to join. feel free to do so. We're just there for fun.
Cool.
Other than that, yeah. See you guys next week, or at least hopefully this week to do like Warfare Wednesday and stuff like that.
Do you mean Warfare Wednesday, Wolfman?
Or MCC Monday.
Yeah,
I'd probably be there for that after work.
I'm gonna try to hit that, but it's midnight then, so. Ugh.
Yeah, it's hard to do during a weekday.
So the last Warfare Wednesday, I know everyone, if you want to shoot off, you can. I'm just literally just talking for the sake of talking now. But last Warfare Wednesday, there was a good number of us that said about, look, could we start half an hour earlier so that the briefing kicks off? So boom, hits 11 o'clock Zulu, and we're gone. The mission starts at 11 o'clock Zulu because unless you're squad lead or most of us have loadouts pre-made, it is kind of like half an hour of sitting around whilst the mission's planned out. That if you know you're going to SL, then that could. Yeah, that's basically the argument we had, but whether or not that actually translated at all to anyone of any importance, I don't know. But there was a good bunch of us, all EU players, that said about it. So,
yeah, probably not. No. I'm just playing.
Fall on deaf ears as always, but that makes the most sense, really. But yes, I agree with Rodel. It does get quite late.
Well, yeah, that's a fair point. I think I made it on the MCC Monday I attended like 3 weeks ago or something.
Yeah.
Where like. They make the mission at 23 Zulu.
Yes, yeah, it makes.
They should pre-make it and then just C-script it into Tech 2 on 2300 instead of having everyone stand around for an hour.
Well, that's it, mate. Yeah, I mean, it's the same for Warfare Wednesday. I mean, you could just literally, unless you're SLing or you're of some sort of importance, you don't need to be on.
Well, they
for the
do
first
make
half an hour.
They do make these. The MCCs and stuff like that, some of them are based off of how many people are actually there.
Yeah.
So it's tough to make an MCC for, you've got very low show up, and you got 11 people and you made an MCC for 40 people, and then those 11 people get screwed,
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair enough for MCCs, but obviously Warfare Wednesday is an actual mission file, so it's set.
Keep in mind, guys, that MCC Monday is just made by like S3 public staff guys that just go in and just like make it through Zeus. And I'm S3 public, so if y'all want me to make an MCC just for us to do it like on Saturdays or something, that we can all show up, and it'll be something that we do. And I know that people are going to be there on Saturday to just play MCCs and stuff. So if y'all want to just do that, we're good. I'm good with making them for us as well.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
Wolfman.
Yeah.
What the hell is this in your backpack? You got
what?
Like
You put something.
rounds.
We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about how this is my standard loadout for
Sweet
Grenadier. I believe in having enough HE. Okay.
Listen, I believe in running out of ammo and using Apollo.
I don't believe you should ever run out of ammo.
Wolfram is Apollo itself.
I am a logistics element, a walking logistics element. That's what I am.
Walking arsenal.
You should have seen the Bergen that Fox brought to Warfare Wednesday not too long ago with about 6 HE rounds in the back of it. That was awesome.
70 kilos of pure explosives.
Yes, one-man wrecking machine. Awesome.
Alright, I'll see you guys in just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a short little break, half an hour, grab a coffee or something, chill out, and then I might jump on Tattoo just for an hour or so.
Same.
Yeah, I'm jumping on
I'm
Tattoo
going
now, maybe.
to Cabela's really quick because my order of 9mm ammunition showed up.
Oh, nice.
2,000 rounds, baby.
I think
See you in
Grim
the squad channel.
In